In today's fast-paced and stressful modern life, it's not uncommon for us to face situations that push us to our limits, from work pressures to personal conflicts. Immediate reactions can lead to regret or loss. But through today's video, we'll guide you on how to train your mind to approach every challenge calmly and consciously, turning difficulties into opportunities for personal growth and finding peace within yourself. In this video, we'll teach you not only how to control your reactions in urgent situations, but also how to turn those challenges into stepping stones for personal development. By understanding and applying the principles of Stoicism, you'll discover your inner strength, leading to a more relaxed and self-directed life. Through this video, you'll see how your life can change. We will introduce specific steps so you can approach each situation strategically, not just react instinctively. As a result, you will be able to face any difficulty with resilience and clarity. Stay with us until the end of the video, as we will help you understand how to apply these principles not only in moments of stress, but also in your everyday life. Before we start, I truly appreciate it if you could like the video and subscribe to our channel. Stick with us to the end, as every piece of information we share is crucial and can open up new insights for you. All right, let's start this journey together. Number 1. Strategy to train the mind to respond. Training your mind to respond, rather than react, is an art of patience and deep thought. Imagine yourself on a boat in the middle of the ocean, constantly buffeted by large waves. The temptations and challenges of daily life are just like these waves. They can overturn your boat if you don't know how to face them calmly. Instead of allowing instinct to overwhelm and react immediately, learn to receive and face challenges thoughtfully. This valuable lesson comes from the philosophy of Confucius, the great philosopher of ancient China. Confucius taught that life should be based on nature and reason, and each action should aim for virtue and logical thought. By applying this philosophy, we can observe and evaluate our initial instincts, choosing actions that align with our core values and long-term goals. To achieve this, slow down when facing challenges, allowing yourself time to think and choose actions logically. This quiet time is an opportunity to assess potential outcomes and maintain control within yourself. This process is not about suppressing emotions, but about recognizing and understanding their origins before deciding how to prevent them from negatively affecting your actions. Responding instead of reacting not only helps maintain personal peace, but also enhances relationships and leadership effectiveness. By responding thoughtfully, we show respect and empathy towards others, opening opportunities for more meaningful relationships. Begin the journey of training your mind, a process that requires intentional and persistent effort. With lessons from the ancient philosopher, apply them to modern life to nurture a flexible mind capable of responding. Above all, training your mind to respond rather than react is key to achieving harmony and success in all relationships. Imagine a scenario where you are in an important meeting at your company. A colleague suddenly makes a negative comment about an idea you have meticulously prepared. In that moment, feelings of anger and outrage might surge, urging you to react harshly. But this is precisely the time to apply the mind training strategy we have learned. Instead of letting instinct take over, you choose a moment of silence, a pause. You take a deep breath, allowing yourself to return to a balanced state. In this quiet moment, you not only reassess your colleague's opinion, but also consider your own emotions. This is the time to think, is an immediate reaction really necessary and appropriate? You begin to realize that a thoughtful response will help you maintain respect and professionalism, and also open the door to more meaningful discussions. With a calm demeanor and careful consideration, you choose to respond by acknowledging the feedback and asking clarifying questions about your colleagues' concerns. For example, "Thank you for sharing your perspective. Could you please elaborate on your concerns?" This approach not only helps you maintain control over your emotions, but also shows respect and a desire to understand others better. Ultimately, this nurtures healthy relationships and builds a professional work environment where everyone is encouraged to share and grow together. Through this example, we see that training the mind to respond rather than react is not only a wise choice in the workplace, but in all aspects of life. This is the lesson that Stoicism brings to us: restraint, deep thought, and intentional response are the keys to achieving harmony and success in relationships with others. Number 2, understanding reaction and response. The perspective of Confucius. An especially compelling viewpoint comes from Confucianism, which offers profound lessons on controlling personal reactions. Confucius taught that while we cannot control every event around us, we are fully capable of proactively interpreting and reacting to them. This opens a new perspective on personal power. Instead of being swept away by external circumstances, we are encouraged to reshape those very circumstances through the lens of reason and deliberate choice. Why is this important? After all, much of the stress, regret, and disappointment in our lives stems from impulsive reactions to the actions or words of others. By learning to remain calm and think carefully before reacting, you not only enhance your inner peace, but also become a more effective, compassionate, and resilient person. These qualities not only transform you, but also positively influence those around you. In today's content, we will explore strategies to develop this mindset, incorporating both principles from modern psychology and the classic philosophy of Confucius. A key element is mindfulness, the ability to be fully present and deeply aware of all your actions and thoughts. This not only helps us become more deliberate in our reactions, but also in how we receive and process information, thereby allowing us to choose more rational and constructive behaviors. Let's learn and develop this ability together, as it is not only a necessary life skill, but also a solid foundation for your career and relationships. By approaching each situation with a readiness to learn and be compassionate, we not only minimize negative reactions, but also enhance our leadership abilities and positively influence others. In life, we often face unexpected challenges and situations. It's easy to be swept up by immediate reactions, but Stoicism, a powerful philosophy, teaches us that there is another approach: to respond consciously and controlled. When faced with a stressful situation or when provoked, the first thing we need to do is to stop. Allow yourself a few seconds to breathe deeply. This not only slows down physical and emotional reactions, but also allows us to gather our thoughts and approach the problem more systematically. Before making any response, ask yourself, what am I feeling? Recognizing your own emotions is the first step to not letting them cloud your judgment. Once you understand your emotions, you can manage them effectively. Sometimes, our reactions are not entirely related to the current situation, but may be the result of an event or emotion accumulated over time. Investigate the root cause of your emotions to respond appropriately. After identifying and processing your emotions, the next step is to choose how to respond. Ask yourself, which response will produce the best outcome for all involved? This choice should be based on reason and personal values, not just emotion. Finally, once you've decided how to respond, act consciously. Every action you take should reflect the values and principles you believe in, aiming to build and improve, not destroy or harm. Training yourself to respond rather than react not only helps you better manage difficult situations, but also improves your relationships with others. When you are calm and purposeful, those around you will also feel safer and more respected. This is how to practice Stoicism, not just in theory, but in every action, every response you bring to daily life. Number 3, why responding instead of reacting is important in today's world. In our fast-paced and ever-changing era, the ability to respond proactively instead of reacting impulsively is not just a skill, but also a manifestation of wisdom and inner calm. Stoicism, with its profound principles, guides us not only to focus on the self, but also to extend our perspective to the outside world, helping us maintain calmness and objectivity in any situation. In moments of stress, one might feel powerful by reacting quickly and forcefully, but true strength lies not in these spontaneous reactions. Instead, it resides in the ability to pause, reflect, and choose a thoughtful and intelligent response. This is a valuable lesson ingrained and passed down by the followers of Confucius, the masters of ancient wisdom. By nurturing this ability to respond proactively, we not only control our emotions, but can also aim for a more positive outcome for ourselves and those around us. Imagine being in a tense meeting or facing a personal challenge. Instead of letting instincts drive your actions, you pause, assess the situation, and choose an action that reflects solid character and a serene spirit. The journey to learn how to respond instead of react requires persistence and self-awareness. But it is through this process that we discover our hidden strengths. Stoicism teaches us not just how to live better, but also how to become the best version of ourselves, shaping a world where each action and decision is a testament to mindfulness and careful consideration. As we navigate life with these lessons, remember that each time we choose to respond instead of react, we not only make a difference in our lives, but also in the world around us. Each slow step, each carefully considered decision, is a step forward in building a more sustainable and harmonious future. Responding instead of reacting is a core principle of Stoicism. By training yourself to respond calmly and thoughtfully, you not only control your emotions, but also reduce unnecessary stress and conflict. Imagine being in a tense meeting where someone suddenly criticizes the project you are managing. Instead of reacting immediately, you take a deep breath, giving yourself a moment to think about the cause of the issue and the most effective way to address it. When you choose to respond thoughtfully, you not only demonstrate maturity, but also can turn a negative situation into an opportunity to showcase your leadership and emotional intelligence. Another example, in personal relationships, when you choose to respond instead of react, you are building mutual trust and respect. This not only helps strengthen the relationship, but also creates a supportive and loving environment. Through these practical examples, we see that by applying the principle of response from Stoicism, you not only improve your relationships with others, but also develop yourself, gradually becoming the best version of yourself. This is a valuable lesson for living a more meaningful and happier life. Number 4, the power of self-awareness and the pause. First, let's explore the unmatched power of self-awareness, a fundamental cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Stoic masters have always emphasized the importance of introspection and a deep understanding of one's own thoughts and motivations. In our daily lives, this means developing a refined awareness of our mental and emotional states. When you have a clear perception of your thoughts and emotions, you can more effectively manage them. This awareness helps you identify emotional reactions early and provides the opportunity to choose a different action, one that is more thoughtful and rational. Next, we explore the practice of the pause, a simple yet profoundly impactful strategy. Marcus Aurelius, a great emperor of Stoicism, once said that there is a gap between stimulus and response, a space where we have the power to decide our behavior. By cultivating the habit of pausing, even for a few seconds, we create an opportunity for ourselves to step back from immediate, impulsive emotions. This pause can be filled with a deep breath, a moment of reflection, or a brief meditation. It is in this space that we can seek guidance from our Stoic selves, asking ourselves what the right action is at that moment, and which response will reflect our highest values. Another key strategy is reframing our perspective, a technique that Stoics use to maintain calm amid life's storms. This requires us to actively choose to view a situation from a new angle, one that minimizes the frenzy of emotions and opens up alternative approaches to challenges. We learn not only how to control our reactions to difficulties, but also how to transform any situation into an opportunity to train and express our noble qualities. Through self-awareness and pausing, we learn not only to live more slowly and deeply, but also to discover the true power of ourselves, enhancing our ability to shape our destiny in a genuine and virtuous way. Imagine a stressful day at the office, where things seem not to be going as planned. Your colleague, who has been irritable since morning, suddenly unleashes a tirade of complaints about a mistake in a project you both are involved in. In such a situation, the immediate and easiest reaction might be to respond with anger or defense. However, through the lens of Stoicism, you choose a different path. You pause, taking a deep breath. In that brief moment, you not only attempt to quench the flames of your own anger, but also think about the source of your colleague's frustration. Is he also under pressure from other job demands? Your decision to slow down, to consider the situation from a different angle, not only helps you avoid a needless argument, but also paves the way for a more constructive response. Instead of reacting, you gently inquire about the specific issues he is facing and suggest working together to find a solution. This move not only eases the tense atmosphere, but also shows your concern for a long-term relationship with your colleague, an attitude highly valued in Stoicism. This brief pause, though fleeting, has the power to change the course of an entire workday, turning a potentially conflict-ridden situation into an opportunity for mutual growth and learning. This is the lesson in the power of training the mind to respond, not react, a valuable lesson that Stoicism wants us to apply in everyday life. Number 5. Changing perspectives and focusing on what we can control. In our lives, reinventing our perspective and concentrating on what we can control is not only a pivotal step for personal development, but also the key to inner peace. When faced with challenges in work or life, instead of viewing them as terrifying obstacles, see them as opportunities to hone our resolve and demonstrate our capabilities. Changing the narrative of our story can alter our emotional responses, creating space for proactive and creative actions. In the spirit of the wise, we should devote our energy to focusing on elements within our control and let go of things beyond our reach. This doesn't mean passive acceptance, but a profound recognition of the boundaries between the possible and the impossible, thereby choosing to act consciously and responsibly. Continuous reflection and adjustment are key to nurturing a flexible and perceptive mind. Ancient philosophers often self-examined, reassessing their actions and progress in cultivating virtues. we too should end each day by reflecting on our responses, celebrating successes when actions follow thought, and learning from instances of hasty reactions. This ongoing process of self-evaluation and improvement not only sharpens our minds, but also cultivates wisdom and balance, values deeply respected in Confucian philosophy. By applying these strategies to our daily lives, we not only honor the legacy of philosophers, but also empower ourselves to lead purposeful, calm, and effective lives. Mindfulness is about nurturing a profound awareness of the present moment. It involves observing our thoughts, emotions, and sensations non-judgmentally, discovering their true nature and impact on our lives. Through mindfulness practice, we become attuned to the efforts of the Stoics in living a conscious and purposeful life, attuned to the present. We often face unexpected events that can make us feel insecure and out of control. However, Stoicism teaches us that the key to achieving peace and effectiveness in life is not trying to control everything around us, but changing how we perceive and respond to them. First, always remember that you can't control everything that happens in life, but you can control how you react to them. When something goes wrong, instead of quickly reacting negatively, take a moment, take a deep breath, and allow yourself time to think about the best possible response. This is the first step in training your mind to respond, not just react. Next, practice viewing events from multiple perspectives. When you consider a problem from various angles, you realize there are more ways to solve it than just feeling stuck. This not only reduces stress, but also opens up new opportunities for personal growth and learning. Moreover, identify aspects of your life that you truly can control and dedicate your energy to them. For example, you can't control others' attitudes, but you can control your own. By focusing on what you can change, you feel more empowered and less overwhelmed by life's challenges. Finally, remember that patience is a vital trait. Changing your perspective and response habits doesn't happen overnight. It is a long-term process that requires persistence. Each day, take time to reflect on what you have learned and how you can apply those lessons to the next day. These tips, though simple, are incredibly powerful in cultivating a positive and proactive mindset in life. Start with small steps, and you will see significant changes in how you perceive and cope with the world around you. Practice responding, not just reacting, and you will unlock the door to true freedom and effectiveness. Number 6. Practicing mindfulness for a life in accordance with Confucianism. In the profound foundation of mindfulness, we discover the true power of living fully in each present moment. This is when our potential is not bound by the past or worries about the future, but is fully liberated to act consciously and purposefully. One effective method to cultivate this mindfulness is through meditation exercises, focusing on breathing. The quiet observation of our breath, from inhalation to exhalation, helps us develop the skill of maintaining attention and returning to our mental center whenever our minds wander amid a myriad of thoughts. This is not just a time for relaxation, but also an opportunity to train the mind, enhancing concentration and maintaining presence in a world full of distractions and challenges. Another crucial technique for achieving daily mindfulness is integrating it into every activity you partake in. Whether you are eating, walking, or performing any mundane task, you can practice deep attention to the task at hand, observing every minute detail with curiosity and without prejudice. This not only enriches your life experience, but also improves your ability to focus and adapt flexibly in complex situations. Body scan meditation is another powerful technique in mindfulness practice, enhancing awareness of one's physical and emotional state. As you slowly shift your attention through each part of the body, you not only connect more deeply with yourself, but also learn to recognize and release accumulated stress. This is a lesson from Confucius on observing the body, being aware of its impact on the mind, and not allowing it to unduly influence us. Incorporating mindfulness into communication and relationships with others can profoundly change how we interact. By truly being present, listening attentively, and observing without judgment, we develop the ability to understand and connect more deeply with others. This approach not only reflects Confucian empathy, but also enhances the understanding that all people are rational beings, each with their unique challenges and experiences. Through mindfulness, we learn to communicate and interact with others more consciously, contributing to personal and community development. Mindfulness practice is not just a mental exercise, but a pathway to train ourselves to respond rather than merely react. In our daily lives, we face countless situations requiring quick decisions. Sometimes, we are swept away by immediate reactions without thorough thinking, leading to actions and decisions that may not reflect the values and principles we strive to uphold. Here, mindfulness becomes a powerful tool, allowing us to pause a crucial moment between stimulus and response. In this moment, we can choose how to respond instead of being overwhelmed by instincts or emotions. As you become more aware of each thought, emotion, and sensation, you find you are no longer driven by them. You begin to see them as clouds passing in the sky of your mind, not swept up, but instead choosing how to respond purposefully. And this is where Stoicism plays a pivotal role. It reminds us that, while we cannot control every event that happens to us, we absolutely can control how we respond to them. This is a lesson about inner strength, patience, and proactive action in every deed. Start with the smallest things. When you feel anger rising, instead of letting the emotion overtake you, perform a simple action. Take a deep breath. This brief pause allows you to detach from negative emotions, assess the situation more soberly, and choose a positive response, clearly demonstrating your resolve and deep understanding of life. When applying mindfulness in communication, you not only hear what is being said, but also feel the emotions and intentions behind those words. This helps you respond more accurately and appropriately, thereby building healthier, more understanding, and enduring relationships. Finally, remember that mindfulness is not just a practice, but a way of life. As you take the time to truly understand and apply it, you not only learn to respond instead of react, but also become the best version of yourself, with the ability to steer your life in a more positive and meaningful direction. Remember, each of your responses is not just a reaction, but a declaration of how you choose to live and impact the world around you. Number 7. Applying response instead of reflex in everyday life. In today's bustling world, learning to respond rather than simply react can transform how we face every challenge. Confucianism isn't just an ancient philosophy, it's a cornerstone for personal and spiritual development, a roadmap leading to clearer, more peaceful, and effective actions in our lives. By cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness, we equip ourselves not only with the tools to face life with calm, wisdom, and grace, but also to embody the highest qualities of a life enlightened by Confucian philosophy. Now, let's explore practical ways we can implement these insights into everyday life, fostering a lifestyle where thoughtful response predominates over crude, instinctual reactions. The path to responding instead of reacting isn't about suppressing natural reactions, but enriching our lives, echoing the virtues of Confucius, living with awareness and reason. Consider a difficult situation, such as a heated argument at work or an unexpected obstacle. Our natural reflex is often to immediately react emotionally, led by frustration or anger. However, this is the moment to apply Confucian teachings. Pause and reflect. We should ask ourselves, what would a Confucian philosopher do in this situation? This question isn't meant to suppress emotions, but is an invitation to use our rationality, to assess the situation dispassionately, and find the most constructive resolution. In practice, this could mean taking a short walk to clear your mind before responding to a stressful email, or taking a moment to breathe deeply and reassess all aspects of a problem before making a decision. This is how we make rationality lead the way, instead of being overrun by emotions. By doing so, every time we choose to respond rather than react, we not only address the current issue, but also build a pattern for accurate and ethical reactions in the future. Consider a specific, everyday example to better understand the lesson of applying response instead of reflex. Under the light of Confucianism, suppose you are driving on a busy morning. Suddenly, another car cuts into your lane without signaling. The natural reflex might be to honk the horn and shout in anger. However, this is a moment to apply Confucianism, to train our minds to respond, not react. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, will an angry reaction improve the situation or just add to the stress? By restraining anger and choosing not to act on impulse, you not only avoid a potentially unsafe confrontation, but also maintain your composure. This is not just an example of responding thoughtfully instead of reacting reflexively, but also a lesson on how we can apply wisdom and control in life's challenging situations, truly embodying the spirit of Confucianism. By choosing to respond instead of react, you not only demonstrate patience and self-control, but also turn each challenging situation into an opportunity for personal growth in ethics and wisdom following Confucianism. This is how we not only overcome challenges, but also use them as stepping stones for profound personal development. Number 8. Practical tips for cultivating a responsive lifestyle. In the challenging journey of life, choosing between response and reflex is not just an instantaneous decision, but a cultivation of a deep philosophical lifestyle. We often overlook that visible annoyances are manifestations of deeper conflicts within our souls. To understand what truly affects us in conflicts, we need to undertake an internal exploration, seeking foundational causes rather than merely reacting to surface irritations. Each time you decide to respond rather than reflexively react, you reinforce a habit of mature and profound thinking. This not only builds resilience, but also develops a deep sense of peace and contentment, from which you can approach any situation cautiously and mindfully. By integrating such an approach into your daily routines, you enhance its effectiveness. Start your day by reflecting on your intentions and actions. Remind yourself of your commitment to think before reacting, not just in social situations, but also in personal interactions. Maintaining a daily journal to reflect on how you react can help you recognize successes and identify areas for improvement. More importantly, cultivate an ongoing spirit of learning and adaptability, progressively realizing that each day brings new opportunities to practice and refine your response skills. When you commit to this path, you're not just applying a tactic to reduce stress or manage conflicts. You're embracing a lifestyle that reflects the pursuit of wisdom and virtue in Stoicism. You're choosing to live with purpose, aligning your actions with lofty ideals, thereby contributing to a more rational, empathetic, and responsive world. The journey from reflex to response is not just about change. It's an invitation to move closer to the profound harmony of life. In the context of Stoicism, a famous quote by Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher emperor of Rome, fits well to explore in the lesson on training your mind to respond, not react. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote underscores a core principle of Stoicism. Our power lies in how we respond to what happens around us, not in the events themselves. Think about this. All events are neutral. They are neither good nor bad until we assign them meaning. This shows that true power lies in choosing our responses. Now, apply this lesson in training your mind to respond, not react. When faced with a difficult situation, instead of letting your first instinct take over, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is the learning opportunity here? And how can a response best reflect my values? This approach not only helps you avoid rash decisions, but also helps you develop patience, self-control, and ultimately, inner peace. By recognizing your power and choosing how to respond, you not only better manage conflicts in life, but also lead those around you with your calmness and thoughtfulness. This transformative journey invites us to engage more deeply with the world and ourselves. Remember, each response you choose is not just a reaction to the immediate situation, but a step toward a freer and more purposeful life. Our journey with Stoic wisdom is not just a series of theoretical lessons, but a practice of applying these principles in every moment of daily life. As we conclude the topic, training your mind to respond, not react, let's reflect and appreciate the profound transformation these lessons have brought to our mindset and approach to life. Responding instead of reacting requires us to truly control ourselves. Be patient and self-disciplined in every situation. These are not only core elements of Stoicism, but also the keys to a fulfilling, peaceful life amidst endless challenges. To make it easier for you to apply these principles, here are some practical tips you can practice every day. Spend a few minutes each day in silence, observing your breath and connecting with yourself. This is the first step towards better emotional control. Record your emotions and your reactions to situations daily. Being aware of your behavior patterns is the first step to changing them. Ask yourself, is this reaction really necessary? And can I respond more consciously? Practicing active listening can help you better understand others and reduce conflicts. Write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. This helps you consistently recognize the positives in your life. Change takes time, so be patient with yourself throughout this process. Remember, each day is not only an opportunity to learn, but also a chance to holistically refine yourself. Stay committed and trust in your abilities, because every small step you take contributes to a greater journey towards serenity and happiness. If you find this lesson useful and inspiring, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos. Leave a comment. I will train every day if you feel these messages have touched you. Also, check out the suggested videos on the end screen to continue this journey with us. Thank you for watching and supporting.